What are the three major differences between the SAT and the ACT? I'm Mark Greenstein of Ivy Bound. I and my tutors have been teaching SAT and ACT prep for over 20 years. The biggest difference is ACT has a whole section devoted to science reasoning. The SAT has a couple science questions that are actually embedded more likely in the grammar section than any other place. ACT science reasoning is 40 questions using experiments on scientific topics. Now, the ACT science does not demand that the student have done well in or even taken a class in physics or chemistry or biology. It is science reasoning, meaning students can do well by simply reasoning from data. Data happens to be in scientific terms, but they're terms that are defined if they're important. So unless you're hateful of science or fearful of science, we think the science reasoning is very learnable. So I'm not saying that you have to be good at science yet. A good tutor helps make you good at ACT science reasoning. The second big deal, ACT is much more straightforward. The SAT is more intricate. On the math, it means that the SAT's questions have a lot of English involved in it. On the verbal, the SAT's passages have questions that have more nuanced wrong answers. They're close to the right as opposed to the ACT, where the three wrong answers are very far away, almost not tempting if you've read and understood what you read. The third big difference is that the SAT demands that a student have a strong vocabulary. That gets kids through the reading there a lot better and to the questions that accompany the reading. ACT does not test really high-level vocabulary. Now, those last two, the vocabulary need and the intricate interpretation, does not mean the SAT is a worse test for kids. Indeed, if you master those two things, you put yourself often at an advantage compared to other students. Best way to assess, you should take a practice test and see how you would fare on the SAT versus the ACT, or maybe two practice tests of each to really give yourself a sense of timing and give yourself the best comparison, the better SAT versus the better of two ACTs. So once again, three differences: science reasoning on the ACT in a big way. Number two is that the SAT is a little more intricate in both math and reading questions. And number three, SAT has vocabulary in a big way, ACT doesn't. Hope this is helpful in your choice. See you on the other end.